Yo, what's up? It's your boy Guy, coming at you with another Guy Panic podcast, March 13th, 2025. Yo, anyways, shit's fucked. Hope none of y'all have investments in in fucking literally anything. Haha, how cool. Anyways, so yeah, over the last week or so, all of Trump's stupid, schizophrenic, nonsensical, genuinely retarded policies have been, reflected in the market. And it's been fucking awesome watching every little chuddy try to rationalize their way out of this. Okay, so First off, you have one camp that's going like, you know what, guys? Actually, a good economy, that's sour grapes, anyways. We don't need that. We have an American economy. As we all know, America famously became very wealthy and powerful when it wasn't doing international trade. It totally wasn't during World War One and Two. Very, very global conflicts where massive amounts of wealth were transferred out of Europe into America, in which America became the actual dominant global power. No, it was when America was doing its own thing by itself, like a small little cute country bean. All right, and not and not engaging with global capitalist empire and upstaging its original captains of France and England. No, no, don't look it up. Don't read books, by the way. They're woke. Okay, every book written after 1960 was infected by woke Marxist, communist, Leninist ideology, postmodern neo-Marxism, buzzword. Yeah. So that that's a thing I could say on my podcast. Oh fuck. I feel so bad. I mean, I'm glad I don't have anything except for Social Security and a like corporate 401k, which, you know, that maybe I get a pension too if I stick around, but those fucking assholes better give me reasons to stick around, you know what I'm saying? Listen, kids. Okay. Cool pro tips, all right? One, get a credit card. Two, don't use it that much. Use it for like petty things. Each month, pay it off. Make sure you do use it though. You have to keep that utilization up. Three, you will have a checkings account and a savings account. All right, your checking account will be where you usually transfer money. That's where you'll pay rent, make most non-credit card transactions, and also where you should be getting paid. Then you take that money from your checking account when there's a lot of it, and you put that into a savings account. Now, do savings accounts have good interest rates nowadays? The answer is no. The answer is get fucked, loser. But at the very least, you will technically not be wasting your money. That's just being effective. It's really funny. I'm not gonna name him, even though it was so fucking embarrassing hearing this. But there was one very famous, well-known comedian slash podcaster who, on his own fucking show, after someone asked him and pointed out, said that like he had been keeping his tens of thousands of dollars monthly that he gets paid, accumulating that shit into a fucking checking account. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Some people are too stupid to be allowed to have that much money. I wouldn't be stupid with it. I'd be smart, okay? I'd be cool with it. I'd be nice with it. Ha ha. Shorty got BBL, took that shit out cuz she couldn't run. On and off the court, straight fundamentals. No funny business. I have no morals or belief system. I am not loyal to anyone. Never have, never will. Anyways, to stop ripping off Dracula Flow, which apparently that's a Filthy Frank project. I didn't know that. I mean, it explains the music production stuff. I know their main goal was just to print merchandise, and I want to buy some of that if I. I mean, it's kind of tacky, but and it's not that good. Even the designs, fucking okay. Tangent, and one of many this episode because I feel like this is gonna be a very fun tangential episode where, thanks to the power of absolute vodka, my brain will be much more loose and I'll be able to say much more funny things. Um, let's make sure I am recording. That's great. You gotta make sure sometimes, folks. Okay, OBS is a I don't know what I forgot. Persnickety, is that a word? Temperamental? Maybe temperamental. I don't know. I have had instances where I was recording something, but I wasn't actually. It was really embarrassing. In recompense, I punched my drywall. What was I even saying? Oh, yeah, merchandise. Okay. So, you know how there's lots of people online who make things, right? And then they will eventually get big enough to where they will start selling people things, not just making content. They'll be selling like a t shirt made on some, sweatshop factory website, right? And, they'll have a design they approved on this shirt. Now, what are some good designs, in my opinion? I like a design on a t shirt. I mean, a t shirt's it's a very American piece of clothing. I like a design that doesn't have a lot of text, right? Not a lot of text, okay? I like a design that focuses purely upon some sort of artistic um focuses purely upon some sort of like specific character or medium that's not overdone. That's the fucking thing, right? It takes a real baller to pull off a fucking overdone tacky oh wait, holy shit, sorry. Overdone tacky and like just embarrassing looking design, okay? And most people can't do it. Most people just look dumb doing so, right? And you know what? It's their right to look dumb, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna do them any favors, right? So a design needs to be usually, I wouldn't say simple, but focused, right? Like, okay, an anime t-shirt. It should be an anime character on it. But that character shouldn't be like over fucking done. It should be easy to spot from a distance, aesthetically pleasing and striking, and usually upon a decent like background color that helps with the, style. You know, if the character is mostly black, if you're gonna have the shirt be black, it should, there should be like a good way of contouring the character's outline. I'm using terms. I'm not a professional artist. I'm just giving my opinion because I like doing so. That's why I made this channel. Outline that like doesn't seem stupid upon a black background. You know what I'm saying? I have seen too many YouTube merch items, which is just a text that no one fucking gets because it's just a quote or some popular phrase, and like, is the idea that you wear this shirt with this popular phrase on it, and it looks really dumb? Like, no, stupid, 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 right? You can tell when YouTube merch is made by artists because I got some merch from YouTubers and some of them are really good, but it was clearly approved by at least an artist and made by an artist that they knew personally and could rely upon. So it's great. Others look really bad. Also, don't buy anything from redbubble.com. Okay, unless you're like actually destitute, in which case I don't know what you're doing buying like merch or fake merch in this case. But like Redbubble literally lets anyone sell their shit in their website. You can just I could go on there, make a guy t-shirt and then sell it, right? I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, you could, right? And the shirt's always like the shittiest print possible. It's always cheap. It's not good. Don't do so. All right. Most people will point out a store that they use. You should use that store, and then you'll get your cool thing at the end. You know? I haven't bought merch in so long. If I was gonna do that again, I would do it with Red Letter Media stuff because I love those fucking guys. I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Red Letter Media, Chef's Kiss, perfect YouTube channel. Okay, if you like movies, that's like the YouTube channel for movies. Watch them. Watch all their shit. It's awesome. Why did I give them a bump? Who cares? What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Donald Trump and fucking investments. This is gonna be a cool episode, you gang. So yeah, like, okay. What's causing the stock market to hate being alive? What is doing so? Well, Trump has been continuously propping up tariffs and announcing tariffs, not following through on those tariffs, and then bringing more back up, right? And of course, a lot of countries are trying to play hardball with him, as they should, and are talking about their own tariffs that are retaliatory, which means that private companies in all these countries, which by the way is not doing these with like tiny countries, he's doing this with like Canada, Mexico, our chief land trading partners, the EU and China. He's doing them, and these companies are huge companies, and they're being told, hey, we're gonna start charging you a lot more money for no good fucking reason. And what's their response supposed to fucking be, right? Like, oh, okay. Like, no, they'll be like, holy fucking shit, we have to reprioritize so much, right? Along with that, a lot of Trump's like weird cabinet members and clique are not what you'd call good for industries, right? Like Elon Musk. He wants to make Tesla the American electric car company, right? Even though it kind of is, he wants to make it like not like, the colloquially known American car company. He wants it to be the American electric car company, right? No other competitors. He obviously wants a monopoly, and he's using the president to do so. Well, how can I know this? Well, recently there have been a lot of protests of Tesla products, right? There has been, public vandalism and property damage for Tesla dealerships and chargers. Just a lot of anti-Elon sentiment, right? And you know what? I like anti-Elon sentiment. I am legally obligated to not tell you, or not legally, but financially obligated. Not even financially. These podcasts don't make much money. I am content not getting kicked off YouTube obligated to tell you that you should not vandalize things. That's bad. Do not vandalize anything. At the same time, I am allowed to say it's really funny. So, yeah, when people go and draw penises and swastikas on Cybertrucks, I will find it funny, but it's still pretty bad. You shouldn't do it. I'll laugh really hard, but you shouldn't do it. Anyways, so that's been going on, and to prop him up because Trump doesn't get to choose things anymore, he gets told what to do. Trump in front of the fucking White House is doing what do they call it? A QVC show for a Tesla car. I don't know what fucking type of car it is. It's a weird shitty sedan, which you'd imagine Tesla would stop selling sedans because sedans are not what you'd call popular anymore. But yeah, it's like a big red sedan, right? And he's opening the fucking door and he's like, it's all computer, like a fucking mentally retarded child. That's what he said. God, it's embarrassing. Fuck me, used to be a real country until these fucking actual idiotic chuds took over. Son of a bitch. All of you Euros, all of you non-Americans listen to my show. Hello. You don't know how good you got it, okay? Listen, I understand your politics are stupid. I understand Keir Starmer is a dumbass. I understand like most European countries are just like ran by like actual Muppets for most part, like every other country is. But still, compared to America, compared to our government, you guys are like light years ahead in terms of being an actual, politically coherent country, right? Over there in Europe and Canada and Mexico. Scheinbaum looks like a cool leader, right? Meanwhile, in the United States, we're ran by actual fucking idiots. It's horrible who have to do a trade show in front of the fucking White House. How awful. Trump's doing ad reads in front of the fucking White House. It's so gay. God damn it, man. uh God, how cool, I guess is the best word for it. It's very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Um So yeah, that's going on. I think that's probably again an indication that Elon does want to be the only electric car salesman by the fact that he has the fucking president of the United States by the balls demanding he sell his product for him. You know, it's so again. I keep calling it gay because it is, but it is pretty gay. Let's be real here, okay? It's fucking gay. What else has been going on? Oh yeah. At the same time, Trump is like black bagging people apparently. So right now there's like protests and mass upsetness, especially in like New York, I think, because it was like one of their universities. But there was this like student visa, perfectly legal resident uh person. I forgot his name. Maybe I should pull up a news article. Um, what was it? Protester arrested. Goddamn, Mahmoud Khalil. Sorry, Mahmoud Khalil. Right? He was at Columbia University leading those in early anti-Gaza war protests, right? And the State Department just told ICE deport, grab this guy, get him ready to deport. He's no longer a legal resident. Get rid of his fucking green card, which, if you know what those are, that means that like you're not to be fucked with in terms of being deported, motherfucker. But yeah, get rid of that. It's awful. His wife is pregnant, like 8 months pregnant or some or seven, for some like the one time you shouldn't be having your fucking husband get deported is now for no fucking good reason because you let a protest at a university. Stupid. Um, and are the Democrats being effective on this? Are they hyping this up? Are they doing anything? No. Why? Because Hakeem Jeffries fucking sucks, dude. That guy is such a cooked idiot. God damn it. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm very glad that like free speech is dead now. Comedy is legal and free speech is dead, just how Elon wanted it to be, and it sucks hard. So yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing you can really do is like I guess write to your congressperson to tell them to condemn this. I guess there's also gonna be an important budget bill vote soon, and like essentially, if we don't vote for this, there will just be a government shutdown, right? Which you know the Democrats have the ability to block and fight over, right, for concessions. They don't want to though. Why? Great question. As far as I can surmise, especially with Chuck Schumer, House Senate Democrats, I believe. Man, I'm stupid. I have I have an idea, right? I haven't gone through on it because me and videos are an interesting mistress here. Since I kind of blew my load in my ideas at the start of the year, and now I'm just, slowly breaking through a fucking video game essay series here. But, but, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna be out soon, and that's gonna take over all my time afterwards because I really want to capitalize on not only like the political hype around it in terms of it being like this evil SJW or the SJW game or whatever, but also because I haven't like I want to see what this fucking shitty series is really accomplished because this is like a make or break game for Ubisoft. Anyways, what was I even saying? Holy shit, folks! I lost my train of thought. This is a cool episode, right? We should do more episodes where guys sauced up and then recording this on Thursday night before editing and uploading it the next day. By editing it, I mean I go on DaVinci Resolve, right? And on DaVinci Resolve's like sound page, I take the entire clip, the entire MKV file, which the screen's black because I don't use Audacity. I don't record audio with Audacity, right? Because it looks kind of dumb. I don't like it. I use OBS. which basically means that my video files are always fucking huge, and I have to properly manage the size of my files, or else they'll just take up all my computer space, as I've horribly learned with the Assassin's Creed series I've been doing. Anyways, yeah, I get those. I get the one MKV file with the audio. I run it through the it's called Fairlight panel on DaVinci Resolve, right? And run it through the noise gate and the compressor. The noise gate and expander can be switched on. You can have both, but you actually you can have both if you use the dialogue processor effect on the audio. Either way, I do that to get rid of like other random noise besides the noise suppression cutoff that we get from OBS's software itself. And then I go through and get rid of all the blanks and empty spaces, right? That's how I do podcasts. And then I take whatever random gameplay footage I either already recorded or will record, and I put that over it, right? And then just in case, I guess you want to see nondescript gaming footage while hearing my stupid ass talk about literally nothing right now. I've lost my train of thought because I'm too busy downing mixed drinks at home because I had a fucking annoying ass day at work yesterday. Not only that, here's some cool guy stories here, folks. I know you guys love those. The day before, not sorry, not the day before. Um, Yesterday after I got done with work, right? And I'm not gonna tell them what my job is, but let's just say when I do work, I work 12 hours a day. I almost work as hard as Elon Musk. I know he works 18 hours a day every day all week supposedly, but when I do work, I work 12 hours a day, right? I do get, it's like in short bursts because no one can work fucking 12 hours a day, 5 days in a row. That'll make you suicidal. Anyways, right? So I go out to the store to get groceries, right? It's on my way home on my car. I get in the parking lot. I go and get groceries. I have this nice, decently loaded shopping cart. I'm gonna put it on my car, and then I realize, oh shit, I don't have my keys, and all my doors are locked. Oh no, right? And my car is old, not old, old, but it ain't what you'd call modern, or not modern. Just it's from 2006. It's not that great of a car, but it's a reliable fucking car. I've had this shit for years, okay, and it's never let me down. It's a good car, okay. Um, but I was locked outside, so I had to call my roadside to open the fucking car for me, and he took like 40 minutes to get there. Now you could say, well, guy, just go to the store and buy something to break into your own fucking car. No, well, guy, just buy one of the weird tools those guys have that can open your car door for you. The weird hook and the weird air thing. No, why? Because this is literally the only time it's ever happened to me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spend money for something that doesn't happen too often. But it was really embarrassing and maybe even more mad. And my plan was to spend last night getting a bit sauced, but no, I was too tired. So now I'm doing it today before I have to spend most of tomorrow working on a video, which is not enough time to finish that video. Isn't it cool? I'm glad I'm not a professional. Well, you know what makes a professional YouTuber? A professional YouTuber is someone who does it as their sole occupation. I have a real job and I've done YouTube, and at the moment the real job is what pays the bills. So you can't say I'm incompetent because I'm not a professional, okay? It's like getting mad about the camera angles in amateur porn, right? Like, what do you mean? They're amateurs. They don't know what they're doing. You have to enjoy the spirit of the craft, okay? The pluckiness. Anyways, back to politics. Holy shit. Uh so yeah, his tariff fighting, it's like playing chicken, right? I don't know what the fuck his plan is, right? Except, make the economy fucking crash because no one wants to invest because they don't know what to fucking invest in because they don't know what the fuck the actual tariffs are going to affect. Right now, we do have a steel and aluminum tariff he's imposed. He backed down from the 50% tariff on that to a 25. What he wanted to do that on Canada, right? And from what I could have seen and read, it's just purely on like the raw aluminum and steel, not the components. Because if he did like a tariff on like just machined parts, machine products from Europe, it would be fucking Jover. It'd be so over. Are you kidding me? I can say very confidently that, American manufacturing, whatever the fuck you think that really is at this point in our country's history, usually a higher level of manufacturing, I assume. American manufacturing relies heavily upon imported machinery, not just parts or raw materials. I mean like machinery we buy from a different country, right? Tariffing that ain't a good idea. Not a good idea. I want him to. This is the weird thing. I know it would cause horrible turmoil and no one would like it because it would make their lives worse. But these guys pretty openly want to make your life worse. So I say, fucking let them do it. Let them do it. Let them catch the fucking what's the phrase here? The dog catching the not the mail bus. Oh, stupid. The mailman, sure. Dog catching the fucking bus. Okay, the dog. You know how dogs will like chase after cars if they're not on a leash and outside, right? Because they think they're gonna grab it. And then once they grab it, they're like, "Oh shit, what now? I got it, but I don't know what to do anymore. My goal was achieved, but I now realize I don't know what to do with the effects of my goal." That's why I think should happen with these fucking creeps, okay? Let Musk get his epic Zayst divorce dad MAGA Imperium, whatever the fuck he thinks he's making right now. Let him get that. Let Trump and his actual puppeteering overlords who really tell him what to think and say, because I don't think he's smart enough to make policy anymore, folks. I think all those tweets he makes are not his own words. Let him and his people realize that all their shitty, not even truly nationalistic talking points aren't worth shit. Let them all fucking find out. Let them find out. Fuck around, find out. That's my motto. Okay, fuck it. You know what? Tariffs and everything. Yeah, go for it. Sure. Yeah, cool. Do it. Do it, pussy. Come on. You know what happens. Do it. And they're afraid to because they know it's fucked because they know they're playing chicken with these tariffs and always shooting them down because they know it's not going to end well. They know it's just going to fuck them over. It's going to fuck the country over, right? They know that. I think they're trying to use them as like some weird bargaining chip to make countries, meet their like shitty social goals. 'Cause that's the other thing, folks. Okay, listen, folks, and when I say folks, I don't mean FOLKS. I mean FOLX, right? Because I'm woke. I'm the cool woke. Okay, not your daddy's lame woke. Nuh-uh. What I okay, the border. When you hear Republicans talk about the fucking border, you should just ignore what they're saying because they don't want to fix it. And I don't know what they mean by fix anyways, right? When they mean fix, they mean like what? Legal immigration? They don't like legal immigrants. They think they're all lying about overstaying their visas, right? What, they think the Democrats are importing voters through the border, right? That's not how voting works. I've voted before, right? I voted last year, right? You need an address to vote. A legal address. That's how you know you're a real person. And an ID. A driver's license. You already have a voter ID. It's called a fucking driver's license. And if you don't have that, you can get a government ID. You need an ID to fucking vote already. Voter ID, that golden goose those fucking creeps want, it's just a new form of voter suppression because if there's just even one more layer between you and voting, Republicans will fucking take it because they don't want actual working class people to vote, right? I mean, working class people, what they don't have is time, right? We're busy. We're always fucking busy. And when we're not busy, we're tired and don't want to be busy. That's why when it comes to politics, working class people are not what you'd call representative, right? Because politics is usually far downstream from the other things in life, right? Like, you know, dealing with personal relationships, responsibilities, raising a family, all that stuff, right? You'll have, not many working class people actually engage with politics. And when they do engage with politics, it will be with big flashy things, right? Like cultural issues, right? It's a tried and true conservative tactic to have cultural issues be their main talking points, right? Every election cycle, all of a sudden the border is really important, guys. The borders, it's gone insane. Not when their guy. I mean, actually, yeah. Either when Trump is in office or not, the borders, horribly overrun with a trillion billion evil brown people who want to take over your country and make better food. How awful, right? Now, if you think about it for more than like a second, for more than like a tiny fraction of time, you think, okay, well, what the fuck can they do about it? What is the solution here? That isn't like horrible violence, right? But unfortunately, most people do not get past that part. For the most part, they just think, "Oh, that's true. I saw a guy not speak English to me at the place I got my oil changed. So yeah, I support the guy who says that's bad. I'm a working class voter. Yeehaw!" Right? Because they don't have time to look into these things, right? They don't have the ability to focus on it, right? That's why I really don't like the idea that like what's that meme statement? It's not my job to educate you. Bitch, if you are in the business of politics, it is your job to educate people. It is and should be, right? Or else someone will, right? That's the exact same reason why, like, another side topic, folks. Sorry about this. You know how like, news websites will start, adding weird like, how like news websites, demand you either subscribe to them or sign up for their newsletter with an email address, right? Before you even can read the entire article, right? You know that? Yeah, that's causing a lot of all these problems, right? Because, you know, um, what websites don't do that? Breitbart, Infowars, websites that do that are like Bloomberg and the New York Times, right? So the really heavily accredited and journalistically, at least, no, I wouldn't, I'd say respected, yeah, respected outlets will push people away for not investing in them to get the better news. And the websites that should not be getting that traffic, like Infowars, do get that traffic, right? Because let fucking anyone go on their website and read their articles, right? So that pushes away working class people. So we got to talk about time, talk about access to information, which paywalling things does not help, right? And then we also have, not even necessarily social issues, but appeals towards nostalgia. Working class people, they like things in the past because that was more simple in their minds. It's not the most consistent worldview, right? And usually an appeal towards nostalgia works very well with people, right? Especially older people, right? Older voters. And older people vote harder than younger people. Why is that? There's a lot of reasons. One reason is that older people have lots of time on their hands because usually they're retirees or they have pensions, right? They don't have to work all day, so they can read into politics and get educated and do things like local voting. They also tend to be the group that are more heavily invested in things like property value, right? Which, if you know anything about American politics and historical politics at that fucking rate, property and land ownership have been center points of uh political conflict forever, right? Talk about some like ancient shit. The Gracchi brothers were stabbed to death over property politics, right? And old people usually are the ones who own more property than young people because they invested their money and saved it and bought a house or some shit, right? So they will care about local governments and state governments that heavily affect that, along with the federal stuff, right? Federal stuff, most people will have some opinion on it because it's what's getting the most news coverage, right? It's the big stuff, you know. Everyone knows who Donald Trump is. Everyone knows the random policies he wants, right? Because he focuses on the cultural issues that people can have very clear, very emotionally charged responses to, right? That's the other thing. Cultural issues are easy for people to have opinions about, right? Republicans, besides the border, there's also the trans stuff. Why do they talk about trans stuff? Because everyone knows some daughter or woman in their life, right? So if conservatives can lie and say there's these evil people who are weird, who want to do bad things to them, they can appeal towards the emotions of people who don't actually know much about trans people. That's why they talk about this shit. It's why they're obsessed with it, right? Besides the fact that conservatives tend to have some weird psychosexual hangups with well, everything really. And transgender trans people tend to throw a monkey wrench in their perception of um traditional gender roles and such. They also obsess with it because they know that like a really dumb uneducated person will go, "What? But she no man, she woman," or opposite, right? It's kind of like, okay. Example, right? The classic libtards believe men can get pregnant line, right? When they say that, when you hear your lumpen pro mechanic or HVAC worker say that line, what they are trying to convey to you is that liberals and or they might say leftists, even though American liberals are not leftists at all, but liberals in the United States believe that a person who is biologically male can have children. That is not the case. I don't think I've ever heard a single person who isn't these guys say that, right? That is them confusing two different things. They are confusing a trans man who still has a uterus who can give birth, right? They would call these people women because they were born as a woman, right? They're confusing them with female to male male to female transgender people, right? Who are, assigned male at birth and transition into women, right? So they think that the male to female trans people are saying they can get pregnant, right? Which is, no one said that. They're saying that the, the female to male people can get pregnant because they physically can, right? Oh, it's so stupid. Oh man. Anyways, yeah. What a focused episode. You know what I could start talking about that would not throw a wrench into the current topic? You know what I could start talking about that would be totally on point? You know what I could talk about that will definitely not derail this whole thing? Anime. Okay. Not political, not important societally. I mean, it actually, sorry, it is, but for like cultural reasons. Anime. So, last episode, I had one person comment asking if the next episode could be about K-On! I have to unfortunately inform that person that I have not seen K-On! And K-On! Is not what you would call high on my priority list of watching things. At the minute, I am watching various random things. Actually, you know what? Hang on. pausing on anime. Sorry, I make these things live, folks. I don't script much shit for the podcast. Movie review time. Boom. Bong Joon-ho. You know who that is? He made Snowpiercer. He made Parasite. Those are the movies you might know. Snowpiercer, movie about Chris Evans on a train in frozen planet Earth who has to do a communist revolution, and people die, and it's a really fucking great movie. Watch that movie. It's so good. Um, then you had Parasite, fucking the modern version of the Communist Manifesto Capital. Haha, awesome. Fucking probably one of the best leftist movies ever fucking made. It won Best Picture in 2019. It was fucking amazing. Watch it. It's Korean, so it's not in English, but you can read subtitles. I assume most of you are anime fans. You watch anime, you can read subtitles. Who cares? Fucking amazing film. He's made a new movie. It's called Mickey 17. I want to talk about it real fast. So, Mickey 17. It's Robert Pattinson. He is on a space expedition to go colonize a planet, right? But in terms of all the people selected for this mission who signed up for it, he doesn't have any skills. So, he's signed up to be what they call an expendable, a person whose job is to be killed in some beneficial way, who then has their body reprinted with a 3D printer and memories restored with some device and sent off to go do another horribly dangerous or purposefully, one-way trip esque task over and over again to earn his way onto the ship, you know? And that's Mickey. Mickey 17 is the one the movie is really based around because beforehand, there have been 16 other Mickeys who have all died horribly. And the first half of this movie is fucking hilarious. like, fuck it, like, this is some fantastic physical comedy. Just dark humor out the ass. It's really great. Robert Pattinson in this movie fucking kills, okay? He's so good. I love him. But the plot really kicks off when Mickey 17 presumably dies horribly on the planet when they land on it. But he's not dead. He walks back to the ship after being knocked out, and oh no, there's two of him. There's Mickey 18 and 17. And Mickey 18, for some reason, the clones, the reprinted people, tend to have slightly different personalities, and Mickey 18 is everything Mickey 17's not, right? Mickey 17's all meek and submissive and whiny, and Mickey 18 is aggressive and subversive and perpetually fucking pissed off, right? And you'd think the plot of the movie after that was, how are they gonna hide this? Because it's apparently a big no-no to have two of yourself, right? Now, spoiler portion, spoiler alert, Mickey 17. My opinion, you should watch it. It's a good movie. People don't like it because of this next part. The movie does diverge from the premise hard in the second half, right? Some people say it's because of rewrites. Others say it's because, the creator is a hack fraud who fucking mistakenly made the best picture one year. Who cares? But essentially, it stops focusing on Mickey 1718's duplicate doubles dilemma and more upon the antics of the expedition's leader, played by Mark Ruffalo, who is basically a Trump clone. All right, a space Trump clone leading an expedition full of weird white nationalist religious freaks wearing red hats and his fucking awful wife who's obsessed with sauces and treats. And okay, a lot of people didn't like this character, didn't like this part of the movie because they think that doing guys, Donald Trump is bad stuff is old hat. In my opinion, I don't watch fucking SNL. I don't watch late night news. I don't care what those guys say. They're all stupid. I do care what Bong Joon-ho says. If Bong Joon-ho wants to make fun of Trump, I'll take that. I think a lot of people who dislike the movie for that just think that, like, grr, I hate being reminded about Trump by my popular media. I hate it. I hate it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, right? That's your fucking fault. You watch the shit that you know what comes up in. I didn't know this would come up in there, but it fucking, in my opinion, it works, right? Because along with the rest of the movie, there is a native species to the planet they live on, right? It's these cute pill bug creatures called the creepers, and not Minecraft creepers. Creepers, and like, you know, they are they're intelligent and they have a society where they respect all life. Mickey 17 didn't die because they saved him. Meanwhile, the humans on the ship, led by Mark Ruffalo, are a society that does not value life, right? They didn't value Mickey's life to the point where they made him an expendable person. They don't value anything that makes life decent and worthwhile. And they sure as hell don't value the life of, like, and they sure as hell don't value the lives of the intelligent creatures on the planet, right? You know, and you have Mickey there who's in between these two worlds, right? Because when you have two people of clone, they are now different people, right? You fucked up, and they now both want to live, right? And another part of this movie is this idea that, like, Mickey 17 is supposed to be like a proletariat character, right? He's a worker. He does things. He sells his labor. He doesn't make any choices. He's not executive in his life, in his outcomes in life, right? But he gains the ability to do so for the movie, right? He gets to see another part of himself in Mickey 18, who is aggressive and angry, and all of his repressed, reasonable rage came out through him, right? He has this girlfriend who likes both and is actually the only decent person on the whole ship, even though she's kind of violent too, right? Anyways, it's a good movie. Okay, you just watch it. If you think the second half drags or the last third act drags, that's fine. That's fine. Some people say this could be saved in editing because apparently there's some, like, editing drama. This movie should have came out in like 2023 or 4, but it didn't. What have you? I liked it a lot. I like Robert Pattinson. He's good. He's to be more things. Anyways, shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, anime book. I have not seen K-On! I'm sorry. I'm a tourist. You can shoot me later. But I have seen other anime, and I thought, why not take a break from the stupid politics and focus on stupid media like anime, right? What is anime? It's a cartoon, but it's made in Japan. Sometimes shows not made in Japan get called anime, but that's whatever. Haha. Anyways, let's talk about shows I have on my anime list, right? Is it up to date? No. I made this, I think, like 2 years ago, maybe 1 year ago, even. Um, and my taste is stupid. But let's just go over some things here. Okay. Akira, the epic 80s, 90s, was it the 80s? I'm pretty sure it's the 90s. It was the 80s. Damn, I'm stupid. Akira, the epic 80s anime movie, right? I'll give that a 9. It deserves it. It's really good. The Akira bike slide, a bit overused, folks. Bake Monogatari, I gave that an 8. I should be shot. It should be a 9. I think maybe the only thing I could say about that show that's not good is, like, if you're like a brain dead peasant who has to see things constantly move and go boing and fall down and go boom, you should watch that show because it's mainly just 2 or 3 characters at max having a conversation. Mainly just 2 characters, and the conversations will go on for 9 minutes, and it's gorgeous because of that. Recommend it. Berserk 2016 and 2017 or 2019, whoever the fuck season 2 came out. Not not the 90s anime, not the 90s anime. I mean, that's a good anime. I haven't seen it in a while, but I know it's a good show. Even though it's obviously very dated. Not the Golden Age arc movies. I meant the TV show. I gave that shit a 2, both of them a 2, right? The only pluses is that the voice acting isn't bad and the music isn't bad. And there are the occasional post-airing DVD shot that didn't look like absolute dog shit. But for the most part, this show is absolute dog shit. Don't watch it. Just read the Berserk manga. The Berserk Golden Age movies, I gave the first one a 7 because it seemed to go a bit too fast. And then the second two, 8 and 8, because they're pretty good. You know, there's some enjoyability to it. Good music, good animation, they ain't that bad. Watch those two. I wouldn't say just watch those, and then the anime, by the way, the 90s Berserk anime covers the exact same time period, so like I watch both. Just read the Berserk manga and then go for the adaptations yourself and see if they're good or not. Just do that. Just read the fucking manga. It's the best. It's one of the best ever made. Read the manga. Okay. The first season, I haven't seen the second season of Blood Blockade Battlefront. That's that weird, like episodic anime set in like New York, but there's like demons in it or some shit, and the main character has these weird eyes that I I forget what the eyes do. They let him see things better or some shit. And he's with this weird organization, and there's a lot of really good sakuga in it, and it's can be very enjoyable. It's a really well-known ending OP animation with the characters dancing on like a stage. You've probably seen parodies of it, like the Pokemon one. It's a pretty good show. Watch it. I might watch it one of these days. It's episodic and nonsensical. There will be characters who only show up in one episode and then never again. And you know what? More anime should be like that because that makes it more memorable and kind of fun. Okay? Cells at Work, a Netflix anime. That shit got a 5 out of me, right? Like, okay, cool. You have the various cells of your body as anime characters. Awesome. But, like, it's all just the fucking cardiovascular system. That's gay. Okay? And the viruses look lame. It just seemed kind of dumb, right? Go past the cardiovascular system. All right, those are the easy cells because people can think about them much more easily. Talk about some weird shit, in my opinion. Okay, Cowboy Bebop. I gave that an 8. I gave that an 8. I guess maybe I was operating on the scale of like a 10 being what you would call perfect, a 9 being near perfect, like piece of media in general, and an 8 being really great. So sure, Cowboy Bebop, really great. Watch it. Watch the sub and watch the dub. Okay, dubs. Okay, anime fan dub talk. Don't kill me. In my opinion, right? Dubs, okay, okay. So, how long has this episode been recording? Holy shit! Let's keep going. Okay, so you watch a show. It's subtitled. You read the subtitles. Show's over. Cool. But there is a dub. Should would it be so bad to, especially for a show you really like, to see what the dub tries to do, not be instantly offended and disgusted or some shit, or fucking like fake try hard visceral reaction anime fans make up when they hear English voice acting, just to see if it's worthwhile. Because in my opinion, if a show has a great dub, that's a reason to watch a show 2 times and to enjoy it a lot. And a lot of anime have really good dubs, okay? You might have seen the epic nitpicky examples we'll bring up, or you might see people say, oh, they all sound the same, whatever. All right? In my opinion, some shows have some really great dubs, and you should give the dubs and the subs a try. Cowboy Bebop obviously has the really famous dub, right? So obviously watch that. other shows so far that have a good dub. Berserk has always had a good dub, even the shitty ass fucking uh 2016 show I watched a couple episodes of it. Kaiji Tang was pretty good. Akira is famous for its dub, even though its dub the acting's so stilted. Um, Bakemonogatari does not have a dub. The closest your ass can get is listening to the book translations via audiobook format, which does use anime voice actors to do the narration. Which I've heard samples of it, and it ain't that bad. But I've also read the books itself, so I have no reason to listen to the audible audio version of it. Continuing, Cowboy Bebop movie 8, of course, it's a really good movie. Darling in the Franks, a fucking 3. Okay. Okay. How do I say this? This show came out when I was like almost at like a turning point, and if I was gonna become like an weeb or not, right? If I was gonna become like a full on disgusting otaku or not, right? And thankfully, the show sucked so much ass that I pulled back and went, okay, not every anime is good. Not every anime is worth my attention. Not every anime is what I would consider to be worth my finite lifespan watching, right? Because that fucking show, God, was so gay. Okay, if you don't know, it's that show where it's like a mecha show, except the pilots are one like teenage boy, one teenage girl, and they have to stand in a position where the teenage boy is like standing up with the controls, and the girl's like in front on like bending over on all fours, right? And it looks like they're having sex, like they're in a sex position when they're piloting. It's this fucking stupid show where they're like, what about male and female relationships are strange? And there's the main character who's uh 02 is her name. Am I right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, 02, the pink haired chick with the weird outfit and the horns, right? Very popular anime girl, I guess. But like, she's like a weird mutant freak who joins this other group of pilots who fight evil, weird proto dinosaur mecha sized monsters, right? And like, okay, the show was not that good when it started. It slowly started getting a bit more tolerant. They tried to do a bit more world building, a bit more characterization with the other pilots. And in my opinion, the best episode of that entire show was like 16. It's a very good climax for a lot of shit the show built up. But everything after that was just straight fucking drivel. Okay, it crashed and fucking burned. And that climax there, in my rating system, is like a 6. Right? I mean, it's like a good anime, but like everything past that fucking garbage. Anyways, yeah, some people care about the show a lot. I don't. Nope. Let's see here. Oh no, Demon Slayer. Oh fuck, normie anime. I gave it a 7. Why? The animation's really good, and I'm a sucker for that. Ufotable, the studio, fucking took me over. Also, I like the Taisho era. I wish they'd do more of it. I wish they do more of the fact that this is Japan with trains, and I mean they did stuff with trains, with telegrams and like actual modern government. But no, it's just a bunch of fucking stupid teenagers running around the woods fighting stupid anime villains that are very simplistic. But it's an okay type of simplistic, and I understand the normie appeal for it very well, and it's deserved. And you know what? It's a manga series adaptation, and the manga's fucking over. Okay, that's asking a lot for the fucking manga to be over. Okay, all right. Then the movie Mugen Train, I gave that shit a 9. That was good. Okay, it's the height of the series so far. There's been actually, sorry, 3 seasons after the fucking movie. Fuck, but that movie real good. It's the reason why I'm pretty sure it is the highest grossing Japanese movie of all time. Not animated. It's not even on that list, I don't think. But like, it's because most of that shit's American, and or Chinese. But like, it's great. It almost, in my opinion, which would be really fucking funny, should have been in the Academy Awards for animated film. In fact, let me just check real fast. I don't think it was. Okay, I don't think it was. And the answer is no, it was neither. It probably should have been. Not kidding. Like, oh, Shaun the Sheep. It's just that for the Oscars, the animated picture nominations are just like the baby field, the baby stupid idiot field. That movie should have totally been on there. They let some anime movies get on there. Whatever. Yeah, so that was a 9, in my opinion, because it's like a really just it's a fucking solid movie. All right. Then the other anime I have on here is the Demon Slayer Entertainment District Art, and that's a 7. Why? It starts off okay enough, but it kind of gets a bit slow, and then there's the whole long running fight afterwards where it seemed to get really ridiculous how hard these demons were to kill and how the characters have to just keep somehow beating the odds of not dying horribly and succumbing from horrible bodily mutilation. Um, but after that, really good fight scene at the end. That's all I could ask for, and a decent new character introduced for the good guys. I, I, all right, all right. What's next here? Okay, so I know I have other things in front of it, but it makes more sense to talk about it in this order. Evangelion, 9 out of 10. Actually, I don't think I have anything on this list that's actually a 10. So it's a 9. I'm pretentious that way. I just checked. There's no 10s on here, just a 9. Evangelion, just watch it. My review, watch it. Watch it, take it in. Don't If you don't know anything about it, don't read shit. Don't read a single fucking thing. Just watch it. Watch the show. Watch End of Evangelion, and then go on to the rebuilds. The rebuilds are these movies that both do and don't relate to the series. They're sort of like a restart of the series. They are more modern. They are some of the most beautifully animated and orchestrated movies ever made, especially in terms of animation, animated movies. And they're really good. I like all of them. I think I like the second one the most, but 3 and 4 have really grown on me. Just watch it. Easy review. And shit, we get the Fate. Okay. If you couldn't tell by my thumbnails of my videos, I am a Fate fan. Fate Stay Night. I have not I have never owned a PSP, so I have not played Fate Extra's original video game. I apologize. And from what I've heard, it's not that good. So whenever they release the fucking remake in 90 years, I'll play it then. Um, and also like other stuff like Fate Zero, Fate Grand Order. I've played Fate Grand Order. I'm sorry. Only gadget game, I swear. And other stuff like Fate Apocrypha, right? And all I can say is that Fate's a really good series. If you like visual novels, get into it through the visual novel. Fate Stay Night, it's on Steam. Go through there. It's 100 hours of content. It's worth it. Just read it. Just read it. If you really, really, really can't do a visual novel, odds are the only thing that will really hook you into it, and people will shoot me for saying this, is Fate Zero, right? Go into it that way, because that show is a lot more interestingly paced with the multiple perspectives of the characters. It utilizes the death game format of the Holy Grail War very effectively. And then you go from Fate Zero to Unlimited Blade Works anime, and then to Heaven's Feel anime movies. All 3 of those animated by Ufotable, and they are fucking gorgeous. Especially the Heaven's Feel anime, which has some of the like just 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 most jaw dropping scenes I've seen in anime several times with that series. Really good. So watch that. Cool. After you watch that, all the spin-offs are fair game. Just understand that they are not gonna be involving any of the original characters all that much. They're just gonna take the concept of servants and holy grails and go off from there, and mages and shit, and go off from there, right? Fate Apocrypha, it's pretty good. It's kind of gets dumb a lot, a lot of the episodes. Um, it suffers from having too many characters. It seems like a weird kind of escalation that doesn't go anywhere, but it's not that bad. The Fate Extra anime, is probably the dumbest thing I've seen made, but is still really good. It's just really good in a weird way because unlike the other shows, and yeah, the anime produced by A1 Pictures, yeah, which is they do a good job. It's well animated. But like last Encore is a Shaft anime. Shaft does Bakemonogatari, Hidamari's sketch, and Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei, among other things, and Madoka Magica, right? Very, very, very unique studio them, and it fucking shows. And the Fate Extra Last Encore anime, it's just the issue with that show is that it is the bad end of the video game that was only on the PSP from 2010, and the show came out in 2019. And it's like, who the fuck was this made for? It's the anime with Nero in it, and I like Nero as a character, especially the more complex aspects of her character besides the memes and such. If you don't know, Nero is that little blonde anime character that does the little Christmas song. Hashire soy yo, ide yori, tsuru sate wo, pedo pedo. That's her. That's her. I don't know the full lyrics. I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan. Shoot me. She's great in this show. Then there's the Fake Grand Order anime, which includes an OVA, two Camelot movies. Second one's way better than the fucking first, trust me. And then the Babylonia anime and the first act of the Gotcha Game movie, and those are pretty good too. Go nuts, fuck it, go nuts, and they all, in my opinion, have pretty good dubs as well. I've gone through all these subbed and dubbed, and the dubs aren't bad. Dubs are pretty good. Hell, Fate Zero has Matt Mercer in it. Good enough. And that's apparently his favorite anime role, by the way. He's in love anime. So watch it for that. Fooly Cooly. Watch it. Fooly Cooly spin-off seasons. Don't. Simple as. Fooly Cooly is 6 episodes. You can watch it in a couple hours. Fucking awesome. Pure 9. Pure 9. Oh yeah. Before I get too ahead of myself, in terms of Fate, A Garden of Sinners. Garden of Sinners is a movie series. This is not a TV show. These are several movies in a chronological order. And there's like fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there are like 8 of them. Yeah, there's 9. Shit. Actually, there's 10 because of that weird like nonsense thing. Okay, there's 10 movies. They're all really good. They were Ufotable's like a real opening debut, and they fucking hold up. All right. Synopsis: there's a lady, Shiki. She has magic eyes, and works for a bum ass detective who sends her off to go deal with supernatural anomalies for the cops in Tokyo. And there's fucked up like unethical mages and people with like superpowers that go fucking haywire. It's awesome. The music, Yuki Kajiura's music, amazing. I own the soundtrack. I have a CD of it. It's great. Watch those. The first one can be a bit of a slog if you're not interested into it. Sucks to suck. Get over it. Grow an attention span. Who cares? Watch it. Watch all of these. They're great. And it's related to Fate because even though not in the same universe, they use the same rules for its magecraft. And there's even crossovers and stuff like their video games and such. Yeah. Anyways, recommend that highly. Continuing. Full Metal Alchemist. Both shows. Watch both shows. People will tell you watch Brotherhood. Don't get me wrong, watch Brotherhood, but watch both shows. Why? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is presented in a way that requires you to watch the original Full Metal Alchemist, right? Because both shows have the same beginning, essentially, right? How do I explain this? Okay, so there's the Full Metal Alchemist manga that's coming out. It's really popular. They want to do an anime adaptation for it. Author says, sure. They both work simultaneously, one making the manga. It's a woman author, by the way. And then the studio, who the fuck did it again? I'm so Bones. Yep, Bones. Making the show, but the show catches up to the manga, even with them dragging out a bunch of side bullshit no one cares about in some episodic episodes that are not the highlight of the series, right? So they catch up, and then, they work with the author to make up an ending now, right? The show ends, the manga continues until it gets to its own ending, and they're completely different. So then they make Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood 6 years later, and that show follows the manga to a T and fully adapts it. And people since then have argued which one is even worth watching. In my opinion, watch both. The first series, 2003, has this fucking early animation charm to it, and this gorgeous soundtrack that is very homely, it's very cozy. It's just pristine. It has some really great OPs and EDs. Very good. Very good. And it takes its time too. And in my opinion, a lot of the early stuff as well hits way harder when you actually take the time with these characters and get to know them, right? You watch Brotherhood, these bastards don't mean too much to you because you don't know much about them when bad things happen to them. But then Brotherhood goes off on its own way, and the fucking final act of Brotherhood is impressive, right? From an organizational standpoint. All these running strands melding well together. There's legitimate hype generated through the show, not just fucking stupid, oh, this guy has oral type of hype. I mean like actual excitedness through the show. It's fucking awesome. So both shows are great. Watch both. And both have a very good dub with the same actors. So watch both shows with subtitles, and then watch both shows with the dub a couple years later when you remember the show fondly, right? Or go for the dub anyways. Doesn't matter. Both are just fucking awesome. Both have movies, and those movies are kind of stupid. So the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist series has a movie. The movie's supposed to be a second ending that comes after the show's ending, because the show's ending is kind of abrupt. And then, it's okay. Some funny shit happens. Some really politically funny shit happens in that movie. I'm not gonna spoil it now. Um, and then Brotherhood also has a movie. It's the bad kind of anime movie, right? Let's talk about anime movies. Okay, so you have a big anime series, right? Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, whatever. And they want to put out a big movie. Why? Because movies function differently in terms of revenue. And if a movie does very well, it does very well, right? So, what should the movie be? Should it be integral to the plot? Should it be the next arc condensed, but in a very, effective fashion that works with a movie with its own climax? Or should it be a completely separate story where nothing actually happens to the main cast we care about? Instead, the movie introduces random fucking dipshits who will then go through the actual character arcs. And as for our important characters, all they will do is do the fun stuff from the TV show with maybe a better, budget for animation, and that's it. And nothing will be changed about them after the movie's over. Uh, that's what the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood movie is. It's that. And and you can just call that fan service, and that's what those types of movies are, right? Meanwhile, Demon Slayer Mugen Train is the first thing. It's actually the fucking continuation of the plot. Big shit happens. The characters change. You have to watch that to keep watching the next season of the show. And that's fucking awesome. Anime should do that instead of just making random bullshit movies that you can just actually skip. Like, what the fuck? Why would I skip the big production movie? Because it's not related. Nothing happens. Well, shit. Why'd they make it then? It's stupid. Anyways, cool. Girls Last Tour an 8. Why is that an 8 instead of a 9 or a 10? Because they stopped making it. Okay, Girls Last Tour. It's a manga about two girls in this weird, fucked up post apocalypse, but it's not like a violent post apocalypse. Nothing physically bad happens to any of them. They are on this Kettenkrad, which is like this weird German World War II motorcycle with like tank treads in the back, and their goal is to just keep going up because the world itself is a city built upon a city built upon a city on layers. But there's fucking no one there. There's no threats. It's just them wading through the fucking refuse of human civilization. And it's cozy and it's adorable. Watch it. Then read the manga because the show didn't fully adapt the manga. They need to make a fucking second season and end the show because the manga itself is really short. It's like, what, 6 volumes? Read it. The author then also made Himeji Simulation, which you should also read that. Golden Kamui, Agida 7. It's a pretty good anime adaptation. I'd recommend the manga instead. Why? Because the manga is higher budget than the anime. Sorry. The anime is okay. It's animated pretty well. But, like, okay, Golden Kamui, it's like a weird Japanese Western set in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is that big island on the north side of Japan that seems very separate because it is. It's about this Ainu girl and this post Russo Japanese War soldier going on a treasure hunt for the tattooed skin of escaped convicts who, when all the skins are collected, will lead to an ancient Ainu treasure. And they have to evade other gangs who want to do it, who want to collect skins, and a corrupt military officer, and it's fucking awesome. Read it. It's also very gay. Read it. Very good manga that. Gurren Lagann, watch it. Mecha Show, original. Studio Trigger's masterpiece. Fucking watch it. It's very good. And the movie too. Fucking peak AF. Habane Renmei. Chill show about girls being going to weird abstract village where they're angels, and yeah, watch that too. And I gave that a 7. I'm sorry. Hinamatsuri, fucking adorable show. Okay, you have a Yakuza member. He's an asshole. Boom, a random like middle-aged girl pops up into his apartment. He doesn't have any family, right? But she's like a super psychic with powerful powers, right? And he has to deal with her. And then more show up. And it's about found family stuff. And it's fucking awesome. Watch it. Kill a Kill. You know what that is. Watch it. It's about Riku Matoi, a girl who has fucking blood sucking clothes that make her into a superhero wearing scantily clad outfits, right? It's pristine anime. Watch that shit. It's good. Kino's Journey 2003, not 2017 or whatever the fuck that came out with. Don't watch that. That sucks. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But like 2003 Kino's Journey, awesome. Okay. Early anime. Okay. I think I have some sort of like weird fascination with the early 2000s anime using that early digital shit because it just looks really good to me. Right? I like it a lot. Sorry. Kill me. Don't care. Really good. This show is about this little androgynous character named Kino. Not even kidding, named Kino. That's why you know it's Kino. Um, who wants to just travel the world on her motorcycle, who can talk. And when they go to a city, her rule And it's I think you mainly call Kino a her. That's her pronoun she prefers, even though you can mistake her for a boy, and she does that on purpose because the world is dangerous. Is she stays at a town for no more than 2 nights, 3 days, right? And she leaves again. And the show is episodic, and it follows Kino going to various countries, which are really just towns mainly, and each one has its own weird Aesop's fable dilemma. And Kino's there to bear witness and may or may not act in favor of one side or the other. She wants to believe herself to be this like impartial observer, even though she's not. Right? That's the cool conflict with the character is maybe your traveling is just you escaping. Maybe you do give a shit, you cold, heartless bastard. It's fucking great. Some fucking hard ass episodes in this show. Even a two-parter Coliseum arc, awesome. And Kano, a cool thing about her is that she's packing fucking heat. And she won't hesitate to shoot people. Such a good show. Watch it. The dub is actually pretty nice too. It's very subdued dub. The show itself is very vibe heavy. Watch it. Kizu Monogatari. Okay, so you have Bake Monogatari, which is a TV show. And you have Kizu Monogatari, which is 3 like hour-long movies, which are actually the start of all the events that come afterwards of Bake Monogatari and Nisei Monogatari and all that other shit, right? And it's a gorgeous movie. Fucking awesome. I love it. Music's fucking amazing. Animation, great. You know, each movie has very focused on what they want to talk about within the confines of this book that Nisei Owasin wrote, and they do it very well. If you don't want to watch Bake Monogatari, watch that. Because at least, I mean, sorry, yeah, no. If you don't want to watch a TV show, but want to deal with if you want to get with the Monogatari style, right, from Shaft, these movies suffice, and they're technically shorter. There's only 3 of them. Yeah. I did show the first one to some friends, and they got really bored. There's a lot of dialogue still, but in my opinion, it's really good dialogue, so get with it. Konosuba, I gave that a 5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think it's just the r/anime memes fucking backlash, okay? This show, it's whatever. It's trite. Oh man. Oh dude, boobs crazy. I'm not like a fuck I'm sorry. I'm too old. Shoot me. I don't care. Um Elmoy the Second. It's another Fate spinoff. It's very good. Sherlock Holmes, but he's a mage. He's a wizard, Harry. Um it's a character from Fate Zero. And you know what? He grows and he's pretty cool afterwards. Watch it. The first season of Megalobox, I gave a 7. It's a cool boxing anime that tries to appeal towards the late 90s, early 2000s anime art style. And you know what? It's a pretty good boxing story. There's boxing and they have these robot arms, and you question the reason for these fucking stupid ass robot arms because, like, okay, well, they're still punching people. The people aren't robots. Why are the arms robots? What the fuck is the point? I think like a Japanese guy watched Real Steel and kind of got really like confused and made this afterwards. Mob Psycho 100. Watch it. End of review. All right. Odd Taxi. That's a 7. It's a very cute show. Animal people dealing with a weird mystery and a weird urban mystery with the main character being this walrus who's a taxi driver. It's pretty good. I think it's kind of stupid. I have not seen the movie. One Punch Man, the first season, very good. Watch it. Second season, haven't seen it. Not too interested. Read the manga. It's there's 2 mangas. There's the web comic, which is drawn in one style, and it's really charming. But then there's also the actual manga, which defies explanation for how fucking gorgeously illustrated it is. Right, so do so. Paranoia Agent, 9 out of 10. You should understand something, okay? If you're gonna watch anime, the name Satoshi Kon should mean instant watch for you, okay? Everything that guy does is great. All right. Paranoia Agent, Perfect Blue, Paprika, uh, Millennium Actress, Tokyo Godfathers, all worth your time. Most of those, actually, all of those are movies except for Paranoia Agent, which is a TV show, but it's a really good TV show. Really fucking good. Watch it. It's all about this theme of like people ignoring their responsibilities, putting things off, and finding excuses, and it's so good at that. Watch it. Madoka Magica, magical girls, but something bad happens. Watch it. Rebellion, great movie. Watch that. I'm kind of getting a bit tired of talking here. Nope. Um, Samurai Champloo. So again, like Cowboy Bebop, this is made by one Shinichiro Watanabe. His name should also mean watch it because this is a fantastic episodic TV show. You have probably heard the music somewhere on like a stupid TikTok or Instagram reel because Nujabe's made the music and I wouldn't say he invented it, but he's like the like early like example of lo-fi hip hop type of music, right? The ambient stuff. Really great show. Watch it. Really great dub too. Sayonara Zetsubu Sensei, a show about a teacher who, at any point of conflict or difficulty, tries to kill himself, but he doesn't go through it. Why? Because everyone around him doesn't want him to kill himself. Because all the students he has to teach are all in their own way various weirdos. One mainly being a pure optimist, while he's a pure pessimist. And the show is just nothing but Japanese wordplay jokes. And even though you don't speak Japanese and the fan translators try their hardest, it's still a really interesting show because it's a Shaft show, so it's animated very well with this great style. It's a great show. Watch it. There's no official anything for this show. Why? I don't fucking know why. It should. No, there is an official there's an official localization of season 1 through 2, but you will mainly just watch fan translations because those were available online. Yep. Serial Experiments Lane. Watch it. It's very influential with the internet, even though I think half the people who do memes for it have not actually seen it. That's their damage, not mine. Sound of the Sky, Sora no Woto. It's like a 6. It's a pretty good cute girls doing cute things anime where the cute girls in particular are like weird military conscripts in a fucking fort dealing with interpersonal dramas and mysteries about why they're fighting this weird forever war, and it's okay. It's okay. We like that, folks. Space Dandy, fucking awesome show. Watch that shit. Another Shinichiro Watanabe classic. Really good dub too. Ian St. Clair's in that. Watch that dub, watch that show. Spy Family. It's a really adorable show. Manga's adorable too. Do both. You know, family, one's a spy, one's a assassin, one's a psychic. Hilarity ensues. Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya and the Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. Fucking amazing anime, capital A anime. You should watch it. So good. You will watch all of Endless 8. I don't care if it's boring. You're doing so. Eat shit. I'm not even listening off ratings. That's just a 10 that's just a 10 in my book, okay? That anime influenced me so fucking hard. Also has a really good dub with Crispin Freeman voicing the main character Keon, and he's fucking awesome in it. Crispin Freeman also was famous for voicing Winston Overwatch and Sundowner from Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. He's a great voice actor. We're almost done with my shitty anime list that I haven't updated in years. Trigun. It's a good show. Watch it. The newer one is also not that bad, even though it's 3D anime. It's kind of a bit jarring and it changes a lot, but it's a pretty good show still. But the original Trigun, very good 90s anime, you know? Give that shit a 6, though. Vinland Saga 1 and 2, fucking 9s in my book. It's a fucking awesome show, especially for someone who likes history. Very good fucking show. Straight up, first season, revenge story that ends how they always end. And then second season, is like a drama series, and it's just gorgeous. I love Thorfinn, fantastic character. Just watch it, and then read the manga because the manga is really good too. And then also watch Planetes, which is not in this list, but is also a really good fucking show by the same guy. Vinland Saga is about Vikings in a historically authentic period of time doing historically authentic things within real history. Planetes is sci-fi about a future where people are collecting space garbage. Both are really good anime and manga. Do both. Welcome to the NHK, the anti-neat, anti-lazy, anti-shut-in anime. Watch that shit. It's great. So is the dub. Watch it. Watch it. It's literally this is literally me fucking show. Oh my god. Great music too. Love that music. Fucking the anyways, that's my list. It's not even accurate. There's more shows I've watched since making this, and you don't think even that list accurately represented my anime knowledge beforehand. But yeah, anime. There, I have opinions. What? Take that what you will. Fuck, this episode is long as hell, and yeah, that's the anime episode, guys. See you later. Bye.